just a thing in movies? I think it might be an internet meme, because why would you put pickles on your Christmas tree? Next! Oh, this has been bothering me for a while. So today I have Christmas nails. Christmas nails. Look, it's a boy reindeer and it's a girl reindeer. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. We're gonna get to that in a minute. I have questions, okay? I have some questions, and yes, there is this wonderful thing called Google. You can type in the question, you can get the generic answer, but sometimes I feel when you Google a question, it doesn't give you the actual human answer. So today I want to talk to you guys who are in America and Canada and get questions answered by you in America as real human beings. Google does not be given straight answers, yo. I can't say yo. Never do that again. Last year, I did a video about 10 things that Europeans find weird about American Christmas traditions. This year, I want to ask you about some holiday traditions that just don't make sense to me. And honestly, I have been compiling this list for 1 full year. I have had questions lingering in my brain head for 1 whole year, and I'm hoping that you guys can answer them today. I appreciate not everybody's gonna have the same answer. Like, there will be a different answer for somebody in upstate New York, as there might be in middle America, but we're hoping to find some like general ground. General, that's not how you pronounce that word. Before I get into today's video, I would be so appreciative if for Christmas you might like to join my Patreon or my channel membership. There's really fun things going on over there. You're gonna see what I'm giving my parents for Christmas, all kinds of fun stuff. And I really do try to give back as much as I get over there. If you're not in a position to do so, subscribing is free, liking this video, and commenting on this video. They all help the algorithm, and those are things that help me and this channel. I really don't like having to ask, but you do, so I did. Okay, my first question only came up super recently, and it was when I was contextualizing the difference between Thanksgiving and Christmas, because honestly, to us in Europe, a lot of times Thanksgiving just seems like a warm-up for Christmas. Like, it really does look like mini Christmas to us on the outside, except that you guys don't get presents and you don't have Santa and stuff. But I've had you guys clarify for me that it is a little different, and one of the ways that it is a little different is that usually you will have ham on Thanksgiving and turkey for Christmas. Is that right, or did I get it the wrong way around? Anyway, to me that's weird, because in Ireland and also throughout Spain and a lot of other countries, we have turkey and ham. You have both of them. So why don't most American people have turkey and ham, or do you? Have I received that message incorrectly? Why don't you make turkey and ham? Because they're both very time consuming. Why do we never eat turkey at any other time of the year? Because it's not as nice as chicken, basically. And then for some reason we have it at Christmas and Thanksgiving. Or do you? Anyway, both things are really time consuming to make, so why not just make both of them? If you're going to go to the trouble of making one, why not make both? Or is that the thing in your household that differentiates Christmas and Thanksgiving in a big way? Another question I have about Thanksgiving: do you guys wish that Thanksgiving was in like March or something? Because we have obviously Halloween and then we move into Christmas, and all the stock in the stores changes from Halloween stuff to Christmas stuff. Actually, to be perfectly honest, most places now stock the Christmas stuff at the same time as the Halloween stuff for some reason. Like, Halloween actually starts in October. But as an American or Canadian person, do you wish your Thanksgivings were further apart from Christmas? Because then you'd get 2 holidays. And also, a question I have that is a huge question. Something that I do know about American people is that you guys generally live really far apart. Like, your family can live in one side of America and then you can live on a whole other part, and it's like being in a different country, so you have to travel a really long way. And if that is the case, I would imagine that having Thanksgiving and Christmas really far apart would be a good idea, because then you don't have to do these like 6-hour round trips with all your pets each time, right? Or do you just do the traveling for one of the holidays and not the other? And if so, does one always win? Like, is Christmas a way bigger deal than Thanksgiving? Do you just do Friendsgiving? Next question, and this is a very simple one. Is it true that you put pickles on your Christmas trees, or is that an internet meme? I think it might be an internet meme, because why would you put pickles on your Christmas tree? I know you put popcorn on your Christmas tree, and I get that. Like, I've seen other Europeans asking why, but pickles does not make sense. Popcorn like can look aesthetic. Next question, and what are the 2 things you're not supposed to talk about with friends? Politics and religion, but we're gonna go there a little bit today. The second one.
Religion, politics, and the great pumpkin.
Do non-Christians feel weird in America celebrating Christmas? I'll be honest, in Europe, Christmas is still heavily tied with religion, especially in parts of Spain, Italy, even Ireland still, we have midnight mass and stuff. But in America, I see people of all different religions celebrating Christmas. And here they do as well, like a lot of Jewish people celebrate Christmas. And I don't know anybody intimately enough to ask them this question, so I'm just asking it on a public platform. Do you get offended if we don't say happy holidays? Like if you're celebrating Hanukah, actually on that note, is Hanukah merging with Christmas? Like has that become a thing? Because I know about Hanukah, I know the candles and I know you have special food and I know like you light the candles, but also a lot of Jewish people have Christmas trees now. So is it just becoming like one thing? And if that's the case, do you just not do the religious stuff? Like we have a crib in our house. Do you not have a crib? Do you just not associate it with the nativity whatsoever? Is Christmas just a non-religious holiday in the USA now? Does anybody in America who's not generally religious the rest of the year also go to Mass on Christmas Day? Because in Europe, a lot of people go to Mass on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, midnight Mass, that don't really go the rest of the year. Is that a thing in America, or is it just if you're religious, you go, and if you're not religious, you don't go? People tend to go to Mass on Christmas Day, whether they're super religious or not in Europe. Also, I just found out recently, we say Happy Christmas, and most Americans only say Merry Christmas. We say Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas interchangeably. I believe in the UK, they mostly say Happy Christmas. But where did Merry come from? And why don't we use it any other time of the year? Like, you don't say Merry Halloween, Merry Birthday, Merry Waffle Day. Why is that? Why do we only use Merry at Christmas? Why do Americans exclusively use Merry? Or do you ever say Happy Christmas? Something, and yes, I do refer to movies because that's just a reference point. In movies, you see at Christmas, people who are in new relationships meet the parents for Christmas. And when they do so, it seems like they spend Christmas Day with their new partner's parents. And I'm like, did you just blow off your own parents? Because again, you guys live really far apart in like different parts of the country. Is that the norm? Like, or is that just a movie thing? Do people really meet the parents at Christmas, even when they're in a new relationship? Or is it just longer relationships? Also, on that note, in those movies, this isn't necessarily holiday related, but in movies, you see American people call people who aren't their parents mom and dad, like their partner's parents. That is so odd to me. Is that just a movie thing?
Don't call me dad.
Or does that actually happen? Because that's strange. Like, that's like if I called my boyfriend's mom, then that would be like he's my brother, and that's no. Oh, another thing from movies, yes. Sorry, again, it's a reference point. Sometimes people give out, they're like, does she only watch movies? That's how we know a lot of things from America. Children in American movies go to see Santa in the mall. My American accent is getting worse. And in the grotto, they say, Santa, I want a pony for Christmas. I want a dolly for Christmas. I want an iPad for Christmas.
I want a dollhouse and a swimming pool.
I want a stuffed elephant, a pink one.
I want some ballet slippers.
I want a hand grenade.
And honestly, I have to say, if I said to Santa, I would have been put over somebody's knee and given a smack on the bum with a wooden spoon. I can't say that ever happened. It was threatened. But also, the reason it never happened is because it was very important in our house to say, I would like. You were not allowed to say, I want. And I'm thinking maybe that's an Irish mammy thing. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know below in the comments if you do find children commonly say I want in America, United States, Canada, or if that is like just a thing in movies. I feel like I've seen lists like, Dear Santa, for Christmas I want, and then you fill in the thing, and that just seems very, like, that's not good manners. You should say I would like. That could be a very me thing though. I just think it's polite though, right? Next question. I did not get this sufficiently answered in last year's video. Do you find it strange that people send you photos of their family for Christmas? And not just like, this is a photo we took in our back garden. Professionally posed photos. Like, are those people considered a bit odd? Like, are those odd people? Do you all sit around and laugh? If I got a picture of somebody's pet for Christmas, I'd be like, that's freaking adorable. But if I got a posed family photo, I'd be like, keep this for your wall, hun. Keep it for your wall. It's a bit showy, isn't it? It's a bit like, oh, look at us. We have the Instagram aesthetic. Oh, God. Speaking of Instagram, oh God, how downhill is Instagram going? I predict Instagram to be dead by the end of 2023. It's like as uncool as Facebook. And if you're watching on Facebook, hi. Next question. Do pantos exist there? Pantomimes? Or do you just have like really highly polished Disney type shows? Because pantomimes are these odd things that started in the UK, in England. We adopted it in Ireland. It's basically where like some Z-list celebrities dress up in costumes. Sometimes the men will dress up as women and the women dress up as boys. And it's very not politically correct. And I can't imagine that translating to America, where things are generally quite PC, or else people kick up a huge storm. America do things like beautifully, like so professionally and polished, but do pantos exist? Like, do cheapy, garish, community run, Z-list celebrity pantos exist in America? Next question I have is about stockings, okay? So we always had stockings growing up, but they were more decorative than used. Like, a lot of times you wouldn't actually fit very much in a stocking, so they were kind of just like hung on the fireplace. We didn't really put stuff in them. But in American movies, it seems that people do get stuff in their stockings, so I'd be curious to know how many people in my viewership actually got stuff in their stockings, or was it just decorative? Also, in Christmas movies in America, it looks like Santa visits you in your room. Like, he puts stuff at the end of your bed. Does that really happen, or is that just a movie trope? Because you also see him put stuff under the tree in movies, and it was always under the tree in our house. And I can't imagine Santa trying to not wake you up as a kid in your bedroom. Like, that would make life really difficult. Did Santa ever visit you in your bedroom? That sounds odd. In a totally innocent way. Next. Oh, this has been bothering me for a while. Okay, so it was explained to me last year, carol singers, which again seems so random, just doesn't really happen in Europe. Carol singers generally are singing on behalf of different charities, and they go around and they sing the song and then they hold up the little bucket. Also, who has cash in their house these days? Because I certainly don't. I'd be like, do you take Revolut? Can I PayPal you? Speaking of which, Merry Christmas to all these losers. I mean, thank you for the coffees over the last year. I'm awake. But my question about carol singers was, do you tip carol singers? Like, do you give them the little bit of money for their charity and give them a tip? Because I know tipping is big in the United States, so it seems like that's a nice thing to do for people. Do you also go, here's for your charity and here's like a couple of bucks for you? Is that a thing that people do, or is it just the charity? And finally, my question about American holiday traditions. Do you have Thanksgiving films? Because I know we have Christmas movies and some of them aren't even Christmassy, but there's movies like you watch every year, like Home Alone. I know in America you watch that Charlie Brown thing. Die Hard's a thing they watch in the UK, not related to Christmas at all. But do you have Thanksgiving films? Is there films you only watch at Thanksgiving? I think you watch sports a lot at Thanksgiving, but are there Thanksgiving movies? Those are all of my questions. I'd be super grateful if you comment below and let me know the answers to them. Today we have a lovely patron who wants to give all of you his Christmas shout out. Tim Donnelly says, Merry Christmas to everyone. He hopes you all have a brilliant holiday season. Thank you so much, Tim. That's it for today. I hope Santa brings you something lovely. I hope you and yours have a great season with no drama, and I will be here as normal on your YouTuber vision if you want to check in. Happy Christmas. Bye. I feel like there are like army trucks on our road today. Further apart from Christmas, because then you'd get 2 holidays. And also a question I have that is a huge question. Why is my hand moving so much? It's like this room. This room makes my hand move a lot. I'm gonna sit on it.